Hi everybody, I'm Blayne Tyler for Finding Sasquatch. Come to you again from northeastern Ontario. Okay, about a month ago I posted a vid of a Sasquatch I caught in the field. I said sunning. It's warmer out in the open than it is hiding in the shadows of the trees. Um, I got a lot of new supporters, a lot of new subs, which is great. I don't really keep track of numbers though, because if you're worried about numbers and you're worried about popularity, and then you start doing anything to be more popular, and there's a lot of people like that. But so anyway, I went up the road after experiencing activity at the house, particularly a really loud pound right behind me when I was leaving this office area to go into another room. I don't know what I was doing, going to get a coffee or something, and then scared my family, or my wife came down. So I went up and got this clip. I shortened it, and a couple things I wanted to address. Besides the obvious trolls, who are most of these guys are competitors. I say there's nothing there, or pareidolia, which they pull out for everything. Um, the viewers were saying it's a bear, and it's not a bear. I mean, 10-foot tall bear, but besides getting into all that winter and January and all the hibernation and all that, it's leaning against a tree, and sitting against the tree, it's almost my height. And more particularly on the um, biology of it, it's got a skull that goes up. Bear skulls are elongated lengthways, pointed ears, and what everybody was noticing that I mentioned, it's got a snout. So hence the title Dogman Werewolf, and I always throw Bigfoot Sasquatch in there because then it doesn't fall into the same category as the research that I do or others. Um, so I went back, and I have gone back, but I don't go into the field there because that field is surrounded by houses, and then you see tracks, and then the game's up, right? I mean, if they call the police or whatever, and I don't mind doing a little bit of as trespassing, as I mentioned, this little clip coming up, but not when it's so obvious, and then the people are all spooked by some guy hiking around the field right beside their house. So that wouldn't go over too well. So what I did was, and I'm gonna explain it, was I went to the other side of the concession. Concessions are kind of rectangular shaped. So I jumped in behind it, and I just tried to find areas where there wasn't a lot of houses, and I'm working that area. And I got a wood tap the other day. I got some pictures, but I'll wait till I have enough to put together a better follow up vid. But this is just to address that video with the Sasquatch in the field. Okay, so let's move on here. Right, so here's some follow up pictures. It was really hard to find the exact same spot because everything looks the same with these cedars, unless there's something sticking out like that Sasquatch, or a Dogman was. And there's myself on the road in behind the concession, and here's the clip.
Okay, so just a follow up to that footage. Um, Someone owns this property back there. Parked my car back there. I don't know if they own all the way over to the field, but there's a couple houses up there. Clear view of this field if I go trespassing in there. There's a house up that way. And I've done a little bit of trespassing, but this is really obvious. I mean, your prints give you away if they don't see you. And the other thing was that when I came over here and I spotted it, this might not be the right location, but if you've been following my channel, I've had some run-ins with the Dogman style type creature, hybrid or whatever they are. And I don't track those. I've had those guys growl at me and stuff. So, I mean, throw stuff. So, I leave those guys alone. And that clearly wasn't an ape or patty looking type Sasquatch. So if, we gotta remember, I'm unarmed too. The gun law's up here. You walking around with a gun outside of deer season, people call police on you. Okay, I'm gonna head to another area, maybe in behind this area.
Okay then, so for those who don't know, quick little refresher. Dogmen are a type of Sasquatch, a different hybrid of Sasquatch, different breed. Um, they're a lot more aggressive and dangerous than the typical class 1 ape looking Sasquatch like Patty. If you know anything about cryptids or you're a field researcher, you don't go after them by yourself, and you're definitely not armed. But anyway, moving on here. Okay, so I walk up the road, and it's not my first attempt, but this time I get lucky, and this Sasquatch, which is actually a dogman by strict definition because it's got a snout and the ears are different, um, really pointy. It's in this field just up the road from my little gas station town. I don't normally research around my house because it brings them back to my house. Maybe that's what happened. But this guy didn't seem too pleased that I spotted him. So that's a real dogman right there. I mean, if you've seen the Beast of Seven Shoots, who I just showed a picture of, he fits right into that class. That's 5 feet. That's about 5 feet tall, sitting down, and I think there's some juvies around it. So let's get into the pictures again. I think I brightened it up, and you can see the muzzle on it there, the big eyes, the cone-shaped head, beautiful big black specimen, black-haired specimen. Videos of dogmen are even rarer than videos of Sasquatch. To catch one like that just sitting, and to catch one like that close to people's homes, I mean, wow. And a lot of people have agreed it's pretty awesome footage, even though I should have held the camera on it longer. But I think what I did was I tried to trick the people coming up the road, the neighbors, into me thinking I was just filming the scenery or something, so I was moving the camera around. But anyway, there's an outline, big eyes, pointed ears, got the grayish snout going on, and you can see its arms, and I think you can see a couple juvies crowded in with its fur, and that's just awesome, and that's Ontario Dogman right there for you. So pretty cool. Okay, so I like to call this part of the video the "Where's the Prince" part. All the guys are trying to bust my balls by, "Yo, he didn't go looking for prints. Oh, he's a very good field researcher," or, "Oh, he didn't go look for hair." And I'm like, it's a friggin' dog man. You don't go after those guys by yourself unarmed. But whatever. And that brought me to this set of prints here with the really weird toe that didn't really look like a Sasquatch toe. And now I'm wondering, is this the print of a dogman just got messed up at the bottom? With either the rain or the snow and reshaping with the weather, but definitely distinct toe. I cast it, and I thought, wow, what's this, like a cripple foot? Actually, I think I posted a video called Cripple Foot, kind of a refresh of the old Cripple Foot castings out in Bossburg. But anyway, pretty cool, real prints from a Bigfoot or a Dogman werewolf, and there's a Dogman werewolf thing right there behind that cabin looking over the roof, which makes it pretty big. And that was under Hunters Here, SnowBeast, Sasquatch, Bigfoot calls. And go check that one out. I'll put a link below. And speaking of links, if you want to help me raise money for a new 4K camera, I can find them, so it'll be a good investment. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for subbing my channel.